based on that, and we can talk about that for quite a while.
Yeah. So there was no plan for this to be like a cliffhanger ending then that picked up in a later film. Was it designed? Or
No, it was.
there?
That it is a cliffhanger.
Zack?
The movie ends in a massive cliffhanger. Yeah.
Well, you know what's going to happen after that. I mean, you know, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We definitely have questions about a part 2 coming up. But
Zack Snyder, you were not joking about the ending scene, were you? You were not joking, were you, Zack? When you said there is going to be a massive cliffhanger, damn! And that secret cameo, damn! Guys, do not ask me anything down below. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. We've been on this Justice League Snyder Cut hype since 2017. It's worth saying that I was actually invited to the UK premiere of the Justice League, which was very kind of Warner Bros. As we know, the Justice League didn't turn out well at all, but you know it's DC, so everyone still supported it in its own right. So check us out on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter WarstuG. Let's get some following over there. Right, so we're going to go over this post-credit scene, ending scene, and all of the information that Zack Snyder said at IGN Fan Festival. Is Hal Jordan in the movie? I don't know. Is Warstu in the movie? I don't know, but I was in London in October and November, but I don't know. So during the IGN Fan Festival, there's a lot of new information that came out and we've not covered it. So we're going to go over in depth what Zack Snyder exactly said during this IGN Fan Festival event last weekend. So a lot of people are kind of moaning about the aspect ratio on the trailer that was revealed. Well, I'm going to have to tell you now, the aspect ratio on the Zack Snyder Justice League movie is going to be 1 to 33 to 1. So basically the ratio from the trailer with the black bars at the side will be the ratio that you're going to be watching the movie with, but if you've got a decent TV, you can pretty much crop it, but then you're going to miss out half the picture. What is also cool is he revealed that the Justice Grey will be the black and white version. We will be getting the color version day of release, the 18th of March, but Zack says he's a huge advocate and admirer of this version of the film in black and white. IGN has confirmed this version will be coming to HBO Max, although it is still to be announced. The Justice Grey edition will be released on HBO Max at some point after the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, but beyond that, Zack Snyder hopes one day the 4-hour version of the Justice League on IMAX theaters will be coming to theaters when it's safe. Now, it's worth saying that Zack tried to do this on like day of release internationally and places like that, but you got to understand it's very hard to do a limited run of a 4-hour movie when not many cinemas around the world are open. But he says, however, there are no plans for the IMAX experience at this time, but he does hope in the future that they can do this. So a big talking point of the IG Fan Festival is Snyder was asked whether he would accept an offer to make Justice League 2. Well, without giving anything away, the fact that there's a ending teaser, huge teaser, guys. And no, it's not the boom tube. It's not Darkseid looking through the apocalyptic boom tube. No. People are expecting this movie to end the exact same way as the Justice League ends. No, guys. Darkseid's in this movie throughout. We're not getting a teaser of Darkseid. Darkseid's actually in this movie quite a bit. So he said this. That's very hypothetical. I think that I would say I would believe it when I see it. I'm happy to cross that bridge when I see it approaching. So, like I keep saying, guys, like I've been saying for months and if not years, we are getting the Justice League 1, 2, and 3. The thing here is Zack Snyder can say that Warner Bros. Aren't interested, but Warner Bros. It's got nothing to do with Mr. Walter Hamada. It's to do with the company that owns everything, AT&T. If this movie breaks records for streaming, which it will do on HBO Max, because let's be honest, Wonder Woman 2 did, and that wasn't even very good, then AT&T will be, take my money and make Justice League 2 and 3. Not only that, I know that they've already got a plan. They've already got movements working. There's already steps being taken to make Justice League 2 and 3, and they've just got to fire. They've just got to fire the plan. So I will keep saying it, guys. And then you guys come back to me and go, yeah, well, Stu, you're right about Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, well, Stu, you're right about the Justice League trailer day. Yes, keep listening. So let's get into it. Snyder hinted that Darkseid was intended to be the villain in the notion of Justice League 2, but made it clear he will be a major contributor to this film. He certainly is the sequel's bad guy, but he'd definitely be in full effect. He's running the show. He's there. I don't want to go again and spoil it, but yeah, he's definitely there. As for why he's there, Snyder did say this: Darkseid has tons of human motivation, not just a quest on to conquer. He operates on another plane, but certainly something happened to him in the past, and he's not happy about it. And it really hurt him. It shaped him. He's looking to make it right. And so I think a lot of nuance in him, and Ray Porter does a great job of voicing him. And we really cannot wait to see this movie. Now, Snyder does go over more details. Snyder says that the movie ends with a massive cliffhanger, and oh my god, what a cliffhanger this is, guys. I really can't wait for you guys to see this, which would potentially have connected to Snyder's plans for Justice League movies. As you know, this was a part of a 5-part series of movies, I guess you could say. We have gone over it before. Check the channel out. It sounds as though those plans may not make it past the idea stage. Well, there was meant to be 2 more movies. The movie doesn't really encompass any of the other movies, really. It hints, as you would say, and potentially other worlds. I plant seeds as I had wanted to do, and it will come out in a later movie. There's as far as I can go with these stories, but that would be even if that ever happened, which it does not look likely that it would, Snyder is really baiting it. Like, I love Snyder. I think Snyder's great, you know, like 300 Man of Steel. But guys, seriously, I get a lot of heat for saying that Justice League 2 and 3 are coming. But guys, you got to remember, I also said that Zack Snyder Justice League movie was coming a year before they announced it. I actually said it well before then, that the evidence was out there, but you guys didn't believe until Zack said it himself. And Henry Cavill's out, even though Henry Cavill was part of the announcement at Man of Steel. But there's gonna be no Man of Steel 2, baby. Well, there is, guys. There really is. It's looking more likely that it's actually gonna be a series now on HBO Max instead of a movie. But there's gonna be more Cavill. There's gonna be more Ben Affleck. So guys, chill. Just listen to what I say and take it as factual. And if I'm wrong, come at me, bros, because I'm right more than I'm wrong. I think you can view my Snyderverse version of DC hero canon as its own thing. I love Patty and James and what they've done with their movies. They are amazing. But at this point, I was just like, this is my own thing. It doesn't really owe anything to anything. So I'm just going to do it exactly as I intended. So it's really freaking cool that Zack went into a lot of detail, but he did reveal a lot of stuff. So Snyder says that it was supposed to be episodic, and like, what I find funny here is you have certain YouTubers and stuff saying, well, I told you it wasn't going to be episodic. Guys, I said before, a lot of other channels said, the reason it wasn't going to be episodic was because of contractual difficulties and issues, realistically. But yeah, there was supposed to be 6 parts to this. The movie was also filmed as single pieces of a 6-part chapter structure. In terms of keeping subscriptions and keeping people subscribed to HBO Max, it still would have made more sense to drop 6 episodes, 1 a week. That would have been better for YouTube, so to speak. Snyder also revealed the 2 chapters from the first chapter will be called Don't Count on Batman. The second chapter will be The Age of Heroes. So there's a lot of information already out there, guys. I feel at this point, Zack Snyder doesn't need to actually release anything else, but he probably will. As the time of recording this, we are 15 days away from the release of this, so it is so freaking cool. But what's interesting is they've also revealed the official runtime will be 4 hours and 2 minutes. The version coming to HBO Max will essentially be the same as the original director's cut, Snyder promises. And he also went on to say that Cyborg is a massive part of this movie, which we didn't get. Zack Snyder says Justice League fills in impossible gaps that I thought were never going to be possible, never see the light of day. So to him, Cyborg's backstory is so important to this movie, which is the reason why some people think Ray Fisher keeps going on online on what he's saying about certain things to do with the Warner Bros. And what happened with the Justice League reshoots behind the scenes. Absolutely nothing to do with that, but it's going to be cool. There's a million Easter eggs in the Motherbot sequence, Snyder says. We just started all these doodling and it became the fine feet of art, which is cool. So yeah, there's so much to go over. I might leave the link in the description, but we've gone over the main narrative of this. So guys, the movie is so freaking cool and I can't wait for people to see it. I'm not confirming or denying if I've seen anything, but let's just say your boy Zack Snyder isn't lying. So this was a cool article done by IGN going over stuff that he said. Of course, he would take on Justice League 2 if he was offered Justice League 2. That is pretty standard. It really is. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. I do respond to DMs on there, but please don't just say hi. If you're going to talk to me on Instagram, actually ask me something useful or something like that. Check us out on Twitter or WarstuG, and I will catch ya in another video very soon. Catch ya later.